welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and you can find me also on Instagram and on TikTok as Knit Plan Jess. Check out the links in the description box below. For my new viewers, welcome. I hope you guys stick around, and for my returning viewers, welcome back. I just want to let you know that no matter what, I really truly appreciate your support. I hope you enjoy the content that I'm putting out, and I just want to give you guys a big ol' thank you so much. I love creating these videos, and I really appreciate that you take the time to watch them every day. So we are going to be working in my Bookstagram notebook. So I have, kind of like a little backstory. I have been in the Instagram community since 2019. With like the planner content and stuff. I created my YouTube channel in 2021. And I think it was 2020. I started getting back into reading, and I really jumped into it full force in 2021, and in 2022 I joined NetGalley, which they basically do like advanced reader copies of books to help authors and publishers get those books out there, get them read, get reviews before they publish, to kind of help bump up the ratings and such. So the advanced reader copies, or advanced listener copies for audiobooks, has been a really fun adventure for me. And one of the things that I decided that I wanted to put together is going to be a Bookstagram notebook. So I do not have the first part of it created, because I'm kind of going back and forth on like what I'm going to do with it. I have a lot of arcs that I'm trying to read through. I think I'm at like maybe 11 that I'm trying to read through. But I don't know if I'm going to create pages in this book that, where I can kind of check it off, or if I'm going to create that in my reading journal Bujo. I might do it on these 2 pages, and then maybe like once that's full, then I'll kind of like go in and add another page or 2. So it's just something I'm trying to kind of figure out right now. But anyways, when there are books that I'm reading or listening, so Meredith Alone was an audiobook, and then 21 Nights in Paris was a Kindle ebook. I've basically decided that I want to start creating a Bookstagram page for these. So I have 2 done, and I have 2 that I want to do in today's video. So we have the book Needs More Time, which this was not an ARC. This is one though for an indie author. I just absolutely adored the book, and I felt like that this is definitely one that I want to create a page for and do a Bookstagram review, because I'm also using these photos, or the Bookstagram pages, for photos on Instagram to kind of keep like the reviews, my vibe, my stationery style, that sort of thing. And then we also have Holiday Romance, which was an ARC, another fantastic book. Like, these were both definitely books that I absolutely loved. And I'll kind of give you a little bit more information about the stories as I'm creating the page. So if you guys like the Bookstagram content, definitely let me know. I have some ideas for later this year for my Happy Planner 2023 reading journal, but then also I'm going to be adding to my Bujo reading journal, and I'm kind of using it a little bit different than the Happy Planner one. So I hope that you will enjoy that when it comes out in the future. We are going to start, let's do the Holiday Romance first, because technically I read that one first. So for this one, I have some washi picked out. It's just red and green washi. This is actually, I think it's actually supposed to be like a reddish orange, but I think it's reddish enough. And then I have some silver and red stickers, and then this little wreath that I think is going to be really perfect for the details about the book. So in the details in the book, I need a line for the title, the star rating, the dates that I read it, and the author. And I can definitely make that work for this one because there's 4 sections, so I'll make that work. And those stickers came from this Winter Happy Planner sticker book. This I think was the second one to release. And the actual pictures, these were just screenshotted covers from Goodreads, and I printed them out using the Canon Ivy. It's okay. I mean, I can't complain about the quality that the images produce. I mean, you know, obviously if you're printing out something super, super small, it's not going to print like super high detail, but I'm pretty pleased with it. All right, and I will also kind of go more into what I'm using for this one when I go to that page, but let's do this one first. What really kind of throws me off with this notebook, this is a B6 spiral notebook from Archer and Olive. This came out in their September sub box of 2022. So it was a sub box that I just recently got, and as soon as I saw the notebook, I was like, I want to do something special with that. So I absolutely love how I'm using it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take these little silver stickers first because they're going to go along the bottom. I am trying to make sure that I have plenty of room to write, but I definitely want to add in some decoration and such. All right, I will cut that away. And then for the washi, I think I'm going to keep washi minimal on this spread. Also, I just realized that I still have to type up my review of Needs More Time on Goodreads. Okay, so I don't know why I'm getting into that. Let's skip that. So let's talk about the book Holiday Romance. So this is one that the 2 characters, it starts out, the 2 characters, they both live in Chicago, I believe, and they are flying home to Ireland. So they're both from Ireland. They just happen to know each other from their, you know, just like their friend line. Like I think he was dating, if I recall correctly, I'm trying to remember while I'm doing this. He was dating her roommate, which she didn't really like her roommate. And they just happened to get on the same flight together, and she goes to find out that her roommate was cheating on him, and, you know, she was trying to tell her, you need to break up with him. You can't do that because, you know, just normal. So she was like, okay, well, I'll break up with him. And, you know, then she just happens to get on a flight with him, and she kind of, you know, was there when he broke up. So they just started talking on the flight, and it eventually goes to basically 10 years in the future, where they are both catching the same flight again, going to Ireland. This is all at Christmas time. And throughout the entire book, you go back and forth to present and to the past to kind of really understand their background and how their friendship developed and such. And even more so, how this kind of unexpected love was forming between them. And in present day, they get stuck at the airport in a really, really unexpected freak snowstorm in Chicago. And she is determined to help him get home because his family has these really crazy holiday plans every year. Like every year they have to get together at Christmas time. So it's just a story of them getting back and kind of going back and forth between present and past. And it is just a really, really beautiful story where you want them to be together so much. And, you know, it doesn't, I mean, I think it happens about maybe halfway through or so. But it was such a good book. And it probably is a lot better than what I can explain. Definitely one that is worth reading. I think I gave it, that's a lot of silver at the bottom, but I think that's okay. I can't remember if I gave it 4 or 5 stars on Goodreads, so I will obviously have to check that. But okay, so there we go. I have my little picture. I have Washi at the top, stickers decorating it. I have Duke over there yelling at me. All right. And the only other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create my lines for, just listen to him. It is so funny listening to Duke when he has like a little toy in his mouth and he's yelling, "Mom, Mom, where are you?" So freaking adorable. Okay, he just needed to know where I was. So anyways, now it's just the point of the page where I'm going to create my lines because I like to have the alternating gray and white lines to write on. It's more of just like a design look that I really, really like creating. So I'm going to really quickly go through that. If you saw my other video, then you'll know what I'm doing. But if you didn't, number one, click click the link, or else I think maybe I'll put like a link in the description. I don't know. But basically what I'm doing is I am taking washi tape and I'm blocking off, so then that way I can be able just to take my Tombow and highlight every other line with a gray Tombow. It's just like one of their very, very light colors. I'm using number N95. And that way I have alternating gray and white lines for when I write. I feel like it gives it a really pretty look. All right, we are going to end there. Now, if you're curious as to why that I use washi tape, is because I have not mastered keeping good looking lines otherwise. You see, like, I don't know, it just doesn't look that good. But anyways, I think that this turned out really cute and I really, really like it. I especially love how those silver stickers look over the washi. Like, that's exactly the look that I was hoping for. All right, so let's go ahead now and we're going to do the page for the book Needs More Time. So this book, I decided to use some camp-themed stickers because this is the story of a very burnt-out teacher who is going back to take her students for a week of camp. And this is like after not doing it for 2 years because of COVID. So it was a very realistic with these times book, which I absolutely love. But I decided to use Summer Fun. And I pulled out these stickers. So I just kind of picked things that kind of go along with the book. So we have some s'mores because needs more time. I love a good pun. I have a little tent. I have a campfire, a flashlight. I have a hot dog on a stick, and then also a backpack. And then I used a box from A Year of Planning by Whimsy Lux. I love how it matches the gray in some of the stickers. I am going to cut out where it says camp out, and I am going to cut out where it says campfire because I really just want the icon. Yeah, so these came from Summer Fun. And then I mentioned that I have washi. I basically pulled like the teal and then I pulled from the yellow. I figured that those two would give it a nice contrast. So I'm going to start with doing the washi first. So I mentioned that this book was not an ARC. It was, there's an Instagram account that I follow of somebody who, I think, I don't know if she's an editor herself, but she's always posting about new books and authors. Like she loves helping support authors and new books that are coming out, and she's really big right now on supporting indie authors. So indie author is basically someone who is self-published, um, and they don't have like the big name publishing companies to help put their book out there. So they really do rely on just word of mouth. So this is one that I saw it. I kind of read the premise of it. The author herself, she's very down to earth. She loves talking like through messages on Instagram, and it just I love when you're able to connect with authors on that level, because to me that makes me even more excited to be able to read their books, because they're just normal, like it's a reminder that they are just normal people like the rest of us. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. I was thinking about using my corner punch, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna use some scissors. But yeah, so the book essentially is a teacher, a high school teacher. They are going to Camp Peek and See. This is something that they had done every single year until COVID hit, and obviously they couldn't do it after at that time. Okay, hold on. Before I go on, do I want to do it other side, or do I want to do it like that? I kind of want to do it like this, so that way it's like, yeah, okay. But anyways, she is completely burnt out. There's just so much going on in the world, and she's just exhausted, and she's not feeling that teaching love anymore. Well, she meets the new camp director, who they just have an instant spark. I mean, this is a rom-com. That's what rom-coms do. They have this instant spark, and the spark is really what she needs to kind of help her figure out what is the next realistic steps for me. So she has to make a decision in the end, but it was a very, very cute book. So the teacher and the camp director, they're only together for a week, but of course these are rom-coms, so it's instant love. The kind of love that you don't always find in the real world, but I think that's why I like rom-coms, because you don't have to always have realistic, right? It's just, you don't need to. But yeah, so it's super, super cute book, and I love the story. I think what I love the most is I love how I love how realistic that the character is. She's the author, I guess I should say, was not afraid to really hear the teacher's inner dialogue with everything that was going on. And I felt very seen, because, I mean, let's be honest, I'm feeling extremely burnt out right now, especially with my job. And it was just like, okay, you know what? For the first time, I feel like there's a character in a book. While I may not be a teacher, I'm definitely feeling that burnt out. And a lot of it has to do with COVID, because COVID has changed so many things. And has definitely affected my job. But yeah, so I feel like there's finally a book out there where somebody, where I understand what they're feeling. Um, and just the dialogue between the main characters, it was very different than what you see in a lot of books. I'm not going to go into specifics, but it was, yeah, I felt like they were real people, and I absolutely loved it. And I even messaged the author after I was done. I told her, I said, I need more June and Colin. I absolutely adored those characters. I absolutely adored the whole story, and I need more. I need another book of them because they are real, they are realistic, and it just, yeah, definitely. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. And with that, we are done. I think both of these turned out super cute. Actually, the only other thing that I'm going to do is add in some gray lines to this box, so then that way I can be able to put in the title, the author, the dates read, and the stars that I'm giving it. Part of me wants to even do it for this. Just to be consistent in my spreads. Yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, I am loving this book so far. So I'm not going to plan on writing in, but definitely check out my Instagram because that's where I'm posting my little Bookstagram reviews. I think I'm going to try to post them every Tuesday and Sunday. So I do have, I think I posted this one last time. So I'm planning on posting this one tomorrow because I totally slacked and I didn't post it on Tuesday or on Sunday. So, and then after that, I'll be posting both of these. So you can definitely check out the finished one in my Instagram. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you like these types of videos, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As always, if you have any book reviews, definitely let me know. I'm always open to recommendations. If it's something that I think I might be interested in, I will add it to my ever-growing to be read list. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.